here's a slide from the SSL man in the middle. So again, this is in the slide, so you can take a look at it. It's just a picture, so basically kind of shows what we did here. So it says it's Ubuntu, but I made it Windows 7 because it made the certificate error a bit more realistic because it was a newer browser. The other ones are so old it doesn't really look like that anymore. But we can also do something called Ssl Stripping. So again, for the SSL man in the middle, the user is going to have to click through the certificate error. But a smart researcher at some point realized that most people don't type in HTTPS anything. They end up redirecting to it or clicking on a link. So, people usually just put in www.facebook.com or even facebook.com. We saw it happen to me. I put in facebook.com and it redirected to HTTPS automatically. So that's typically how people use these things. So there's going to be a request from, in this case, Ubuntu, for facebook.com. So what's going to happen with Ssl stripping is that we're going to run a tool called Ssl Strip, oddly enough, on our Kali system, and it's going to make a secure connection with Facebook. So it's going to request a secure SSL connection with Facebook for HTTPS, which is going to work just fine, valid certificate and everything, because Facebook does have a valid certificate. So Kali's going to receive the page correctly. It'll strip off SSL and send a response in HTTP back to Ubuntu. Why is Ubuntu okay with it? Because Ubuntu was never redirected to HTTPS. It was Kali that has the HTTPS connection. So our browser has no reason to know that this has to be an HTTPS. The browser will do whatever the server says. It's up to Facebook to say it's correct to use SSL for login, so you have to. So Kali will gladly do the login over SSL, but our Ubuntu will just as easily be glad to say, okay, here's my credentials. So this will not rely on the certificate error. So this will be one step further. Alright, so we do need to make sure our IP forward is still set to 1. And it looks like it is, even though I just had header cap on, so not entirely sure what did stop it then. But something made it set back to 0. Alright, so what we want to do is use our Ssl strip. So we do need to have our ARP spoofing back on. So I'm going to use Windows 7 again. So we just need between the gateway and whatever your Windows 7 IP address is. So this does work on all of them. I just wanted to show it on a newer browser. So that might be it. No. Makes my life easier to use the same one. There we go. So I'll turn on my ARP spoof again because EtherCap did its own ARP spoofing, but Ssl Strip does not. Alright, so now I want to actually set one IP tables rule. Like in EtherCap, we had to make sure our IP table rules were on. We need to set one manually for Ssl Strip. So basically what we're going to do is just tell it any incoming data to a particular port, being port 80. We want to redirect it to port 8080, which is where we're going to run our Ssl strip. So this is rather a long line of text, so it is in the slide like everything else, so take a look at that rather than trying to read it off the video. Because I'm even reading it right now. This is not the kind of thing I remember. Oops. See, I didn't even do it right, even though I was looking at it. I need the table to be the nat table. And -a. There, that worked. Alright, so now we want to start up Ssl Strip and listen on 8080. So anything that comes in on port 80 will be redirected to this Ssl Strip. Alright, so let's come back over. No, not XP. This guy. Now let's try, how about Twitter? We've been playing with Facebook for a while. So look, now it goes to http twitter.com. Well, I didn't show it, but let's do it on Facebook then, I guess. So I haven't shown it. See, it's still http www.facebook.com, whereas we saw previously it redirects, so there's no like secure block thing. So that's the developer of this pointed out that this is positive reinforcement, it being like HTTPS or having the lock down here depending on the browser, whereas the SSL certificate warning is negative reinforcement, so they actually have to like click through that. In some cases it can be really annoying, so they actually have to make a conscious decision to do the wrong thing, whereas in this case it's really easy to miss. So let's do Twitter again. I like Twitter. And of course Facebook works just fine as well. Of course it's going to be slow. There we go. So if I gave it, again I'm at HTTP because they're getting Python errors. Hopefully it'll still work. So our Ssl Strip is seeing it. So again, Georgian password is not my real credentials. So they're being sent over HTTP, but they're making it to Twitter because of the Ssl Strip. So yeah, it looks like my errors here have gotten rather ridiculous. Let's restart it and see if that fixes anything. It looks like we got some Python errors. So let's try this. Login. The web page cannot be found. Alright, let's try it again. So again, we're at HTTP. Security tools sometimes break. I was getting this problem before where like, there we go. Just being slow. Still getting this error. You know, I can't really complain because my security tools break all the time. Let's try Facebook then. Maybe it's something about the particular request. The author of this tool did go work at Twitter, so if any place was going to make this not work, it would be them. We're still getting the error. So this should work, but it's not. But you should get a good response here. Well, you're seeing that we are getting past the certificate error. We are getting a response in HTTP. So you're seeing that it is doing something. It's just, for whatever reason, not printing out to the screen. So it may work for you. I have a tendency to break things. So, or it may just not work on this version of Kali. It's possible. Let's do it. To get it up to install Ssl Strip. It's already the newest version, so hopefully that'll work for you. If that's the only thing that doesn't work from moving from Kali 1.0.6 to 1.0.9, I have gotten off easy. So, but you can kind of see the gist of it. The only thing we're not seeing is the username and password, but we are able to send our data in HTTP.